day, another video, another vlog. Here we go again. All Monsters Attack 1969. Sana mas maganda siya sa Destroy All Monsters kasi sobrang disappoint ako sa Destroy All Monsters kahapon. So let's go, let's not waste time, and then let's just watch the video, the movie.
It's such a okay. Very nice, very nice. Grabe. Napansin nyo hindi ako yung hindi ko ni-record yung yung video or yung movie or nagsalita ng iba pa. I don't know, I was captivated by the story. It was really entertaining and engaging. All Monsters Attack 1969 by Ishiro Honda. It's such a good movie. It's such a grabe. I didn't expect it to be this movie, this story. Sobrang iba nung story. You wouldn't expect a movie like this to be inside of this kind of franchise. Let me explain. Siya? So the movie is sort of this child's fantasy of him visiting or being in Monster Island with Minira and Godzilla and Gabara and all of the monsters who are there in Monster Island. Parang every time na natutulog siya, he dreams that he imagines himself inside of the island, and he is joined by Minira, who apparently knows how to talk or telepathize his thoughts to this kid called Ichiro. So si Ichiro is the main character of this story. It's more of a child-friendly story. It's really, it's really like heart warming. It's very wholesome, and also it's made for kids. It's made for kids, I think. It's a very heartwarming story. Na parang siya, it's like this juxtaposition of reality and dream and and fantasy, and like a child's day. It's like a child's it felt nostalgic in a way. It makes you feel like you want to be a kid, it's fun to be a kid. And it's also very scary at times, kasi as Ichiro's story was unfolding in the movie, there was also this side story where there are these two criminals who robbed the bank and stole 50 million yen, or whatever counts for money, for currency in Japan. Soon the police are finding them, and then the criminals and Ichiro's story intersect with one another as Ichiro finds this driver's license of this one criminal and takes it home with him, because he was playing around this abandoned building which they were hiding in. The criminals were hiding in. So, and I don't know, what happens in the dream also happens in reality in such a way na it's like a lesson. It's like the fantasy is a lesson for him, or it's like a warped perception of the reality Ichiro is in, kasi he's a kid who comes home to school, walks to school with this uh, this girl, this kid girl, his friend, yun, and then they face this group, and then a, a group of a group of kids, and then there's this kid he calls Gabara, and then Gabara is also the monster inside of his dreams, inside of the monster island. Um, but I think Gabara, Gabara is only here for just one movie in the Godzilla franchise. So it's like a allegorical thing. It's like a I don't know, something about the subconscious of a kid's subconscious or a kid's fantasy story. It's very well done. It's very well entertaining and engaging na hindi ko na like I didn't want to ruin the moment of the movie, of the whole movie. Like it's so amazing. It's so this is the kind of movie that you'll be able to watch as many times as you want. It's like yun nga, it's not as the same level as Invasion of Astro Monster kasi Invasion of Astro Monster was very dark and very complicated in a good way na the story is very high quality, and the plot was very engaging, and then yun. But here in this 10th film in the Godzilla franchise, we have Minera and Godzilla, and then all of these other characters. How are you gonna do how are you gonna be creative with your stories? That's always the question with adding another installment within this like long going franchise. And this movie proves that that there are still like a lot of stories to be told in this genre or in this series of movies na well established na to be like a monster or like a battle royale Royal Rumble type of series or story setting na you have these monsters just fighting each other, and then probably at the same time destroying the world as we know it with their raging terror. So I gave I'm gonna be unfair here kasi binigyan ko ng 8.6 yung Invasion of Astro Monster. And what came into my mind a while ago when trying to think of a grade for All Monsters Attack 1969 was a 9 out of 10. So that's gonna be like I'm too generous to give that. But just think about this. I mean, it really is good. It really is good. It's really, I was amazed how it's such a small story, but it's, I don't know. You know the saying less is more. That's what I thought when it comes to that's what I'm thinking when it comes to this movie, All Monsters Attack. So it's very creative and very well executed to create such a story like this inside of a franchise like this, sort of inside of a series like this. Very bold of them to do so. And then nakakagulat din kasi si Ishiro Honda, which is the director of all of the Godzilla movies, he also directed this while also directing Destroy All Monsters last year of this basta 1968 dinirect niya yung Destroy All Monsters, which we all know if you watched the last vlog here. I was angry with that movie kasi sobrang like they didn't even think of anything good to do. Tapos he did a movie like this. I mean, like, medyo ballsy yung ginawa nila. Medyo nag-cheat sila when it comes to, sorry. When it comes to, tawag dito. When it comes to the fighting scenes, kasi halatang halata na, he, like, recycled scenes from Son of Godzilla and then Ibira Horror of the Deep, and then just, like, boosted the saturation a little bit or fixed the color grading to make it seem like it's a new story, pero halatang halata na na it came from previous movies. But I didn't really care. It's very I was smiling kasi yeah, sure, whatever. It doesn't distract you or me from the story, from the main movie, from the main story of the movie. It's very well done. Yeah, this was fun. This was a great movie. I'm gonna give it an 8.8 out of 10. I was definitely more entertained by this than Invasion of Astro Monster. Well, here's the thing. Iba kasi, I don't know. I'm not the kind of person na you would tawag dito, na favors like high quality or logical storytelling to something na parang kid friendly or parang parang light hearted or something. I mean, here's the thing, if it's entertaining, if it makes you feel good, if you really liked it, if your emotions are correct, and then you liked it in a very strong way, in a very yeah, it doesn't matter what kind of story you're telling, as long as it's entertaining, as long as it's captivating and engaging and interesting enough, that will be your that will be your yun yung basehan mo. That's how you base your feelings about a movie. You don't have to care about if the quality or I'm getting philosophical here, bro. I don't know. Yeah. All Monsters Attack really deserves a higher grade than I want to give it a 9, but yeah, it deserves a 9 out of 10. But I'm gonna be stupid if it's better than Invasion of Monster, or I should be giving Invasion of Monster of Astro Monster a higher grade. I don't know. Maybe I'm okay. If I give it a 9, is it better than what's my Son of Kong grade? I'm just gonna review 7.9 lang yung Son of Kong para sa akin. Yan, King Kong. Kasi King Kong is the I need to be strategic about this. Kung binigyan ko siya ng 9, it's very close to King Kong. And King Kong is a good movie. It's really good from here to here. From start to finish. Then, yeah, parang ganun din yung yeah, it deserves a 9. Yeah. I'm gonna give it that. I'm gonna give All Monsters Attack a solid 9 out of 10. I'm very confident with that kasi sobrang yun nga, from start to finish, it's very entertaining. I was sold by it. Literal na hindi ako nag-record ng iba pa na kahit di ba? I was focused. Eh, pero yeah, when it para siyang balancing act from a human story to these monster story. And the fact that this is a franchise or a series of movies na and meron ding mga parang mga interesting detail or Easter egg if if they were doing that. Parang they built upon the lore or the world building na kasi meron yung isang character dito, isa pang main character, yung toy maker, yung uncle ni Ichiro, or I guess the landlord of their apartment. Parang gumagawa siya ng toys. Tapos siguro binibigyan niya ng toys si Ichiro. Tapos may kita mo dun sa sa drawer ni or sa closet ni dun sa bubuksang closet ni Ichiro para makuha yung radio toy niya. Meron dun Godzilla na laruan. So that means one, kids know about these monsters, or every age knows about these monsters by now in this timeline, if it's a singular or linear timeline. Then two, they are like businesses or like toy makers are gaining money off of selling toys that remind or that basta yun, they sell toys that look like the monsters that are wreaking havoc in the world. That's good world building right there. So yeah, it really deserves a 9 kasi it's a balance between human spirit or human story, then the monster flavor. I don't know. Ewan ko, parang bonus na lang yung yung mga monsters eh. Yung talagang focus ng movie na to yung si Ichiro and his story, his very very heartwarming story. Kasi yun, bonus na din yung mga yung mga Easter egg na yung mga laruan ng meron din flying saucer to signify na the existence of the aliens in this universe, in this kaijuverse. So yeah, it's 9 out of 10. Yun na, I've said what I can say more. I really can. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at this. I want to watch it again in the future. Siguro pag ni-rewatch ko lahat in order to yeah, like and subscribe if you have not already. Hit the bell to get notified, and I'll see you in the next one for this is interesting. Godzilla vs. Hedorah by Yoshimitsu Banno, which is a new director. Tapos susunod nun parang Jun Fukuda trilogy. So that's gonna be interesting kasi si Jun Fukuda, he directed Ebirah, Horror of the Deep, and then Son of Godzilla 1967. Yeah, which are actually parang cheap movies but are very creative in terms of execution and storytelling, blah blah blah. Yeah, I like it. It's very so parang mawawala si Minira, si Mini Godzilla dun sa mga susunod na mga movie. Wala na, hindi ko nakikita yung pangalan niya sa That's sad. Pero I'm malapit na ako kay Mecha Godzilla. I'm waiting for that. I'm excited for that. Please don't let me down, Mecha Godzilla. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I've already said that. Like and subscribe. See you in the next one.